Welcome to the Record Plant School. We're going to talk about how to use microphones, which you'd never learn in the schools. They just teach you how to use a computer and very little hands-on. The school will contain placement of microphones, pads on microphones, so preamps don't get overloaded, the use of large capsules, small capsules, or condenser or dynamic microphones. Okay, so first day will be drums and bass, second day will be guitar and piano. We won't have time to do vocals, but at least we'll have a good rhythm section and record it, change microphones. We're going to probably record drums first, and the second session will be bass. We'll spend 4 or 5 hours on drums. Is there acoustic piano there? Fucking great. That's the best thing to record, to learn, is acoustic. I mean, you can move a microphone like 3 to 5 to 6 centimeters on an acoustic and you could hear the difference, especially if you go towards the hammers or not, but there's a big difference. Large capsules are great on a piano, acoustic piano, but if you're going to do it live with the drums and bass, I recommend small capsules. The workshop will contain hands-on use of microphones, not the computer. Have a recording session, 10 o'clock in the morning. At 1 o'clock, that rhythm section would leave, and at 2 o'clock, a different rhythm section would come in, and we would leave the drum set up with microphones. That drummer that came in at 2 o'clock, drum sound is completely different than the guy that was in there in the morning. Same drums, same microphones, everything. Different drummer, that's all. And we hardly ever used artificial drums. Now that's all they're using. Well, you know, now they try to get it with plug-ins, whether it's an equalizer or that. Then we use microphones to a certain extent. We would change a microphone if we didn't have enough bottom. With guitar amps, we probably went through like 12 microphones, all different types. Unfortunately, you don't have 12 microphones home. So we're going to try to use the least expensive microphones, and you still can make a difference in the sound. I mean, I think condenser mics became very inexpensive now. I mean, they're not going to sound like the U47 tubes that they used to make, but we're not going to use one. You need one good microphone. Large capsules are important for condenser, for overhead mics. Close-up mics, I prefer dynamic mics. Trashy sounding drums, then you can start using the small condenser mics. But we'll show all that off when we record your drums. You can't make room sounds that are real. You can't make a capsule larger if it was a small one originally. They say they can, but when you hear the difference, you'll see that they can't on a computer. They're just not there yet. Maybe a couple more years they'll be there. I think they're making artificial sounds now, and sometimes they're fixing the tonality and forgetting about the feeling. And they're fixing the tonality of guitars when they go out of tune. Don't they go out of tune when you play them? I mean, Hendrix was out of tune completely. All the guitar players, they're out of tune. The vocals. Oh, it's out of tune. Listen to tonality at the end. Was Ringo out of tune when he sang? 100% of the artists, even with guitars. So we're only going to use the computer for storage, record and playback. No plugins. They should know a little bit, but if their beginners are there, then we'll help them too. They should have a little background. I mean, if they have a background with the computer, then they're not beginners.